Hi, how are you? This is Kathleen Anen. I'm coming at you about adventures in real estate. Why'd you name it Adventures in Real Estate? Well, because I didn't want to name it Calamities in Real Estate or Failures in Real Estate because I've done both. I've failed and I've succeeded. We're gonna just get into this PowerPoint a little bit. I own all these homes, or I own them at one time or another. We're gonna go into that. But the first one I really want to get into is how I became a property owner. Right here, I bought this house. 8 Tilton is the name of it, and I bought this house all by myself with my daughters and I. Sorry, I'll go back. Okay. And we lived in this house for about 3 or 4 years before my husband and I got married, my second husband. So once we did that, I was like, we wanted to move, but unfortunately the market was down. So what did I do? Instead of taking a hit on my credit or selling it short sale, I decided to rent it out. So how did this go? Well, I the market was so low I couldn't sell it because it was way less than what I bought it for. I rented it out for $1,600 a month to try and just keep my credit good and be able to move somewhere else. So that's how the adventure started right there. It was when I decided to rent out my house and buy another one. The first renters, you can see these pictures. Yikes. The dogs, oh, I can't make that bigger for you. I'm sorry. The dogs used my garage as a toilet, and I had to power wash this garage. Many cans of baking soda and bleach to try and get out the smell of the dogs. And this picture, yay. They were hoarders. They never paid on time. It was difficult, but I moved on and I went on to rent it out successfully for many years. We bought this house in 2008 for 400. This is where I went to for 400,000. Sorry. We sold it in 2019 for 370. It's not hard to do the math to see I took a hit on this house. Now, would I change it? Probably not. If I could have changed it, I would change the price of the house, but that's a different story for a different time. On to the next adventure. This was a single family house. This is the 400,000 that we ended up selling for 370. So I took a hit on it. And some people do take hits. And I did on purpose only because I really wanted this house. This house is a multi-family house in the same town that I originally lived in with my daughters and my husband at this point. And this house has two one-bedroom apartments in it. This house brings me $26,000 a year. This house lets me afford the lifestyle I want to have to be living on the water. Taxes in New Jersey are already high. Now add on the fact that you're by the water, you can see water, they just raise your taxes $10,000. And some of you don't even pay $10,000 for your taxes. And they raise it $10,000 just because you can see the water. So that's where we at. So at this point in time, I have a house in Florida that my husband brought to the marriage. I have the house that we live in, the 2-family, 3-family technically, because it's a 3 apartments. I live in one of them with my family, and then there's 2 one-bedrooms. And then when my parents passed, they were luckily to, pay off their home, and my brother and I rent this house out. Then I decided to sell Tilton Avenue. That was the house I originally had. It wasn't in a great area. It was okay. But it was a hard sell sometimes to rent this house out because of the area. People would say, oh, I don't want to be in that area. So, like they say, location, location, location. So, I'm living in this beautiful yellow house back here. I'm living in this house, and my neighbor behind me says, oh, yeah, by the way, I'm going to sell my house. I said, really? So I talked to her and we made a deal, and there was no real estates involved. And I bought Henley. That's the house behind me. We are in the process of making it a rental. We're doing a lot of work on it, and we're hoping to be renting that out very shortly. So when you say, Anen, what is this adventure you're talking about? I got into it by accident. I rented out my house and to go on to the next one because of the market. And then now we have, how many doors? 4.5 doors 5 doors that I'm renting out. So if you would like to start your own adventure in realty, give me a call. I'll help you out. Thanks so much. Use your forces for good, not for evil.